ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60. Play down the third baseline. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil. In play, that's a fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice heads out. Trey Cluxton right. Went over to first and still gets Alex Harden.
Crunch, get out, ball later!
And he might have just missed it.
Got it, run from Jordan Rice!
And that's a shot. That's all on the play. Steps on second, throws over to first. That's he actually did it! That's a rock up!
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Oh! Philip Grosenbarger walked off the season.
Crunch, get out, ball later!
And that ball is out of here! Walk-off home run, Jacob! Ball's going back, Keeper King! Akatona's Playhouse makes the grab! He's riding third. He's heading home. Oh, he's out! He's gonna be out! Switch over to first. I don't know if I like it. Oh, that ball is absolutely tattooed! And what a roll! What a roll from Keaton again!
That will do it. The Nighthawks are the 2023 AWA champions.
Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to postseason. of the AWA Wiffle Ball. We have the 6-seeded Enforcers taking on the 3-seeded Southern Stingers in the 2024 NLDS. The Enforcers are already up 2-0 from last week. They need one game to clinch it. I'm Jack Blayhouse, joined by DJ Oliver. We'll be playing hopefully an hour. We'll see how long this series goes. But following this game, it'll be Nighthawks Pilots, where the Pilots are up 2-1 on the series. With that, let's get right into the starting lineups.
Peter McNeil, Eastern Washington University.
Jordan Rice, University of the Westgate Cougars.
Drew Tenzar, University of Washington.
Cole Blevins, Edmonds Woodway High School.
Kyle Cody, University of Washington.
Barrett Carlo, Mattadale Middle School.
So the Stingers are already in a must-win game number 3. If they don't want to get swept, they're without Kyle Cody, who was a little bit stagnant in that first series in the postseason, but he won't be here again today, so they'll see how they can replace that kind of offensive production. Let's take a look at the Eastern Enforcers starting lineup.
Jake Oliver, Seattle Area Pipe Trades.
Joshua Gradwell, Evans Woodway High School.
Chase Winkler, Woodmore Elementary.
Jonathan Galgano, Washington State University.
Brock Blayhouse, University of America Samoa.
And that is your Eastern Enforcers starting lineup. No Brock Blayhouse once again in the lineup. It's been a rough showing for Brock Blayhouse. Let's take a look at the weather.
Good evening, football fans. This is Joe Acor from the AWA Weather Center. As you can see, overnight and early morning, big batch of rain kind of missed south of Edmonds, but Edmonds got about a 1/10 of an inch last night. So a little bit of good news for tonight. As you can see, there's still rain in the forecast, so we could probably see some isolated rain showers here and there. But the percentage is decreasing from about 37% to about 20% as we get into the doubleheader. So yeah, good luck to all 4 teams tonight, and remember, Dingers or nothing.
Appreciate it, Joe. Yeah, hopefully mid-September we can keep the rain out of here, which, you know, adds content, but it's not always fun to play in. And once again, a reminder, this postseason is the chase for the Brinks Cup. This year, for the first time ever, the AWA postseason will culminate in the presentation of the Brinks Cup presented by Brinks TV. Putting up cash money for the winners as well as a sweet new trophy. So if you want to head on over to Brinks.tv, you can bet on games courtesy of Brinks TV, the kingdom of awesomeness. And with that, we're going to send it down to Robert, who's got Peter McNeil with him. Robert, take it away.
All right, Peter, tough situation here on the second day of this series. What are the keys to victory here?
You know, keys to victory are the same way they always were, score more points than them, you know what I mean? So we're just going to have to get out there, get the bats going, and rely on our pitching and just, you know, just win games. That's all we're going to have to do today.
What are the important keys in the outfield?
In the outfield, you know, I mean, just we're going to play good defense. You know, it's not about getting strikeouts. You know, we got a good defense behind us, so we just got to make our plays and, you know, go out there and just, you know, keep them in the park.
All right, good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Back to the booth, guys.
Appreciate it, Robert. And with that, we are just about ready to get started. Let's get in the lineups in. We'll be underway shortly.
Horses in the field. You're up 2.
Am I doing music? Yeah, and do you have a lineup for me tonight? I do. I always think he's coming after work. Andrew got like a save the date, and I don't know if Andrew
Collect one of those balls. Back and forth.
Like I've never seen you out of the house.
So Jake Oliver's going out there, a little bit of ball maintenance. We got balls all over the field, but good news is we got a few fresh pearls in there. Running a little bit low on balls late in the season. Hopefully we have enough for the World Series. But looking at Jake Oliver, he has not pitched yet in this 2024 postseason. Coming off one of his better years on the mound. He's kind of moved down to that number 2 position behind Josh Gradwall, rightfully so. Josh has been on a very good run. He pitched the first 2 games for the Enforcers, and they got 2 wins out of it. And they're trying to get it done here today. It's a little bit interesting they elect to go with Jake Oliver, but, you know, when you're up 2-0, you can kind of make those kinds of risks.
You guys are home. Yeah, right? It's every other, right? Yeah, never mind. You guys are home. Where? I thought so. No, we're right. No, that means that I'm home. Hey, this guy's short. So we're pitching. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. So a little bit of miscommunication there.
Are we in the field? We're in the field.
The Stingers are the home team. This is the 3rd game. They are the higher seed. Even both teams have the same record. So they were talking about that up to the booth. They are correct. So instead, it'll be Peter McNeil. And fun fact, in that Game 2 loss, he actually threw a no-hitter. So it happens very rarely in the AWA where a team or a pitcher will get the loss and throw a no-hitter. It's happened a few times with Josh Gradwall of the Enforcers. It's the first time for Peter getting the loss in a no-hitter, but hate to see it. So here we go, getting ready to start game number 3. Peter McNeil on the mound for the Stingers. Looking at his postseason ERA, it's a 1.5. Has not given up a hit in 2 innings of work, 3 strikeouts. A little bit of higher whip, 2.5, but that's pretty good for wiffle ball standards. Anything below that 3 mark is respectable, which is kind of funny when you think about it. And Jake Oliver will step in to begin it for the Enforcers. And Jake Oliver, he's actually hitless in the first 2 games of the postseason. Kind of a trend we're noticing with some good regular season hitters. Dominic DeMuro of the Mojo. Jake Oliver, tough to find some stuff working in the postseason. So Jake Oliver will look at a ball. Another ball right there, 2-0 count. Defensive lineman, they have Barrett Carlo over at third base. Jordan Rice, who came all the way back from injury for the postseason, at second base. And Cole Blevins over at first, where he'll meet Jake Oliver, who gets on with a 4-pitch leadoff walk. And here in mid-September, the temperature is definitely much colder than we were a month ago. We've seen some home runs already in the postseason, but definitely see a drop-off. Chase Winkler will step in. So that hits him right there. So 5 straight balls from Peter McNeil. Chase Winkler, another one of these powerful Enforcers hitters that have had a little bit of a rough go so far to start the postseason. Peter McNeil just can't really find it. If he's going to try and extend this series, he's going to have to find it quickly. Right there, he throws his first pitch of the game. Nice hack right there from Chase Winkler. Fouls it back, full count. Nasty pitch right there from Peter McNeil to come all the way back. Down 3-0. Sometimes those pitches just look too crazy to even think about swinging. Josh Gradwall will step in. Josh Gradwall had that 3-run home run in Game 1 of the NLDS last week. He's going to try to keep it going. Good eye right there, 1-1. Thought about it. Pitch did not break all the way back. 2-1. Fouls it off. 2-2. Got him swinging right there. Back-to-back strikeouts for Peter McNeil. 2 outs. Now the rookie John Galgano steps in. He's got the best average in the postseason on his team. So the rookie coming in clutch, hitting 400. He had that home run, 2-run shot in game 1 as well. It was a blowout in game 1 and a walkathon in game 2, which ultimately resulted in the Enforcers winning 2-0. Ball 1. Got him chasing there, 1-1. Fouls it back. 1-2. Got him swinging right. It's a no pitch, 61 on the gun. After a little bit of deliberation there, you know, you gotta, even if the radar might not be right, that's the only thing we can rely on there. And it won't matter. Ball don't lie, strike 3. Peter McNeil gets out of the inning after walking his first base runner right at the bottom of the first. 0-0 remains the score. So here we are in the bottom of the first, a little bit of like deja vu, but like I was saying, when we thought Jake Oliver was going to start the game, he's on the mound instead of going with Josh Gradwall, who's been their ace all year. He still has one more game of eligibility, but they decided to go to their captain, Jake Oliver, who's had a very good season as well. A little bit of worry for that Enforcers team as they were scuffed up in the last series of the regular season. Both starting pitchers gave up 11 runs in one game. So we're hoping Jake Oliver returns to his midseason form, not the last start he had. And Peter McNeil will step in. Peter McNeil having one of his best years offensively. Double-digit home runs, which only 8 players in the AWA can say that. Hitting in the 400s in the regular season. Jake Oliver throws first pitch for a ball, 1-0. This Stingers offense has really struggled in the postseason. When they began the years, that's fell back. They were the hottest hitting team in the AWA, and they catapulted to first in the standings for the first 4 weeks of the season. They've been trying to find that offensive power ever since. That ball's in play over to Josh Gradwall. He'll throw over to first. What a play from Josh Gradwall to get the first out of the inning. And more often than not, a grounder hit that at that pace will almost always result in a single, but Josh Gradwall playing some very good defense over at third base. Ball 1 to Barrett Carlo. Barrett Carlo had his most home runs in a year for himself, 7 home runs. He hit in the 400s this year. One of the better hitters in the AWA. 3-0. hits him there, so that'll be a 4-pitch walk. And Jordan Rice will step in. 1 for 3 in the postseason, 333 average. Jordan was in contention for that Cy Young until his injury. One of the better pitchers in the league. And at one point he was the best in the league until that injury, but on the other side of the ball, his offensive numbers have not been where he's wanted them to be. Hitting 196 in the regular season. And that's a strike right down the middle, 0-1. Jake Oliver just misses outside, 1-1. That ball is hit in play over to Josh, and he was looking over at second before he had the ball in his hand. That'll be a single there for Jordan Rice. You just assume after that first play he was going to make every play hit his way. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself there looking at second base kind of turn two before the ball's in your hand. Cole Blevins steps in. Was not here for games 1 and 2 of the postseason, but he's back now. Oh, 2. Here in the bottom of the first, 1 out, 2 on. Nasty pitch right there from Jake Oliver at 51. Gets his first strikeout of the postseason right there. Now Peter McNeil will step in. Probably a little annoyed after having his first hit in play robbed of a base hit. And there's a big breaker right there at 46 miles per hour, 0-1. Outside, 1-1. That ball is hit up a mile to hit the foul ball tree. That never happens after we trimmed it up. And that is a very rare foul ball for Peter McNeil. That ball had a chance, but usually if you hit a ball that high, it's probably going to be a long pop-up. So a 1-2 count for Peter McNeil. Just outside, evens the count, 2-2. And back 2 years ago, we had the trees down low. A foul ball pop-up happened almost all the time. As that ball is pitched slowly, Peter McNeil gets out in front of it, hits the Aaron Schofield tree. Aaron Schofield and the Aces, that 1 seed bye, they'll be back in action Monday, and they'll be playing the lowest remaining seed between the 4 teams playing tonight. Does not go, full count. That ball is foul again. Peter McNeil, just early on these slower pitches from Jake Oliver, he's just changing up the speed every pitch. Trying to get the captain's timing off. The Stingers went all the way to the World Series and won it back in 2022. They also made it to the World Series in 2020. Forcers have never advanced or never won a World Series. It was that walks Peter McNeil for the bases loaded. It was these 2 teams back in 2022. Stingers were a 7th seed. They took down the Enforcers. One of the biggest shockers in AWA history. Hits Barrett right there, ball one. Nice pitch right there. Evens it 1-1. 2 outs, bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Jake Oliver trying to get out of it. Keep this game knotted up at 0-0. That ball is destroyed but foul. Went over the back fence. I'm hoping that's not a pearl, because that ball was gone. Tries to get him with a slow ephus pitch. He is not enticed. 2-2 is the count. That ball is popped up out of play. Jake Oliver probably one of the only players that would have attempted to go and get that. Jake Oliver voted 2020 through 2023 most dirtiest player. He's the favorite to win it in 2024. Got him swinging right there. Strike 3, and that'll end it right there. We head to the top of the second. So Jake Oliver will step in. He walked in his first plate appearance, did a nice job pitching to get out of that bases loaded jam. And that ball is going back, hits the back wall, so Jake Oliver is on. That was kind of a nice throw from Jordan Rice there. I was talking to Jake there pre-at bat. He said, you got to get some hits, Jake. All you're doing is walking. I think he heard me there, gets on. Chase Winkler steps in. Ball one. That ball is popped up. He was just underneath it. Peter does a very good job at switching up pitch speeds. Get these batters to get out in front of it. Josh Gradwell will step in, struck out in his first plate appearance. Ball one. Hits him there, 2-0. Just foul. We're seeing a lot of action early down that left field line. Those enticing slow pitches, these batters just a little too eager to hit. Nice job to hold off there, 3-1.
My knees wanted to go, but my upper body said no.
That ball is popped up. And Peter McNeil had a chance there. It was a tough area. I mean, anything hit out of play close to the press box is kind of a danger area, especially with the concrete on the right side. Full count. Got him swinging right there. Strike 3. And I hate to break it to Peter McNeil, but that hit to Jake Oliver, that was his first hit allowed all postseason. But hey, one hit in, what was that? 4.2 innings. Not bad. You'll take that. John Galgano steps in, struck out in his first plate appearance here in game number 3 of the ALDS. They swing right there, fouls it back, 0-1. 0-2. Just low. 1-2 count. Hits him there, evens the count, 2-2. Jake Oliver on it first. Got him swinging right there, strike 3, and Peter McNeil brought his postseason game. We're headed to the bottom of the second, 0-0 remains the score. So here we go. Bottom of the second inning, Jake Oliver stays out there. Both teams only have one hit up to this point. Stingers have managed to get a runner all the way to third. Enforcers have only gotten a runner on at first. And Jordan Rice will step in. Had a single in his first plate appearance. Ball 1. Inside, 2-0. That ball is popped up, and Jake, oh, there it is, dirtiest player of the year. He knew it was a matter of time. A lot of players will just stop running. Instead, Jake decides to slide. Two 2-1. So 2-1 count here to Jordan Rice. That ball is popped up again, but not out of the reach of Jake Oliver. Jordan Rice does well to lay off of it. Full count now. Caught him right there. Strike 3 on a nasty slider. First out of the inning for Jake Oliver. Now Cole Blevins, or Flower Pot Cole as they call him around these parts. Struck out in his first plate appearance. So the ball right there, 1-0. Fouls that one off. And he let it run. And if that ball's able to cross out or get out of that circle on the infield, which is the no bunt zone, would have been a base hit. Up and outside, 2-1. Slider just misses low, 3-1 count to Cole Blevins. Right down the middle right there. Full count. Got him swinging right there. Strike 3 on the slow breaking slider. So Jake Oliver coming out hot after a little bit of difficulty in inning 1. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and now Peter McNeil will step in. 0 for 1 in game number 3 here today. Josh Gradwell stole that base hit from him, and he's walked. Inside, ball 1. Hits him there, 2-0. That ball is just out of play on top of the house. So a long strike right there for Peter McNeil.
It was almost in a room.
Just a little late. Peter McNeil sitting at RBI career number 195. Trying to get into that 200 RBI club. 3-1. Barrett Carlo waits on deck. Low, and Peter McNeil will walk in the second consecutive at-bat. And Barrett Carlo will step in. Hits him there. 1-0. It's a nice slider right there, right down the middle at 56 miles per hour, 1-1. Fast pitch inside. That pitch clocked in at 56. It looks a whole lot faster than that. It's up high, 3-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Got him swinging right there for full count. Slow slider right there, top of the zone. And I'll let that one drop. So back-to-back walks for the Stingers. Jordan Rice will step in. The only Stinger with a hit today. It's a grounder over to shortstop Josh Gradwell. Players from the second game coming in here, sitting up in club 65. And Jake Oliver barely misses outside, 1-0. Outside again, 2-0. Ball is fouled straight back, 2-1 count to Jordan Rice. Jordan Rice, a career .382 hitter. He's got 21 career home runs to his name. There's that slider again. Looks like it's just defying the speed limit. Looks very quick. Yet it is a legit pitch, 2-2. And hey, maybe just keep going right back to that pitch if sitting 57. That ball is hit in play, and no one can get over to it, kind of in no man's land. As Peter McNeil was running right through that area. So now the bases are loaded once again, and Cole Blevins will step in. Big spot here for the veteran. He's got 2 strikeouts up to this point. This is the second consecutive inning where Jake Oliver has loaded the bases. See if he can work his magic and get out of it again. 1-0 count. That ball is in play to Josh Gradwall, and he'll hit Barrett Carlo. Great play right there. It was not an easy play to make. And once again, Jake Oliver gets out of a bases loaded jam. We at the top of the third, 0-0 remains the score. So an adjustment right here from the Stingers. They're going to bring in Jordan Rice, which is, let's say, kind of an interesting decision because Peter McNeil still has 2 full games of eligibility in a must-win game. Peter's been pitching very well. He's only given up the 1 hit. And they decided to go with Jordan Rice, who in that first game, he had an exceptional first inning. But innings 2 and 3 were not great, to say the least. A lot of pressure on Jordan Rice right here to close it down. Send it into the bottom of the third with an opportunity for the Stingers to walk it off and push this game into game 4. Last night we finished off the American League Divisional Series. It went to full distance, 5 games. And the Wolfpack, who only won 2 games last year, managed to win via a walk-off from Ian Michael, after Ian Michael carried the team with 2 grand slams that day and pitched a shutout. So Ian Michael already a early favorite for postseason MVP. Jake Oliver trying to be the hero here. He's pitched very well up to this point. Jordan Rice will start off Jake Oliver with a ball, 1-0. Fouls it back at 59, 1-1. Once again, he fouls it back, just right underneath it. 1-2 count to Jake Oliver. Lets that one drop. Bit high, and he does well to move his bat out of the way. Full count. Knuckleball just misses, and Jake Oliver's on for the 3rd time today. 2 walks and a single. Chase Winkler will step in. Just missed a pitch in his last plate appearance. Flew out to the pitcher. Reloading on balls here. What? Chase Winkler gets started off with a strike. 0-1. 1-1. Saws him off a little bit right there. 1-2. Pitch is very hard to see that rising action. A nice breaker right there. Unfortunately goes low for Jordan Rice, 2-2. Nasty pitch right there. That knuckleball was moving very fast. Right at 60. That's almost unhittable. Jordan's locating that knuckleball at 60 miles per hour. Josh Gradwell will now step in with 1 out. Jordan Rice has had the most viral moment as far as a pitch goes in the league with that knuckleball. 1-0. 2-0. Hits him in the head. 3-0, and we'll see if he's got the green light right here. Jake Oliver giving him a signal over at first. That's a 4-pitch walk. So the go-ahead run sitting over at second base in scoring position, and John Galgano did not have much success against Peter McNeil. He had success against Jordan Rice in game 1 of this series, so we'll see if he can continue that. Nasty pitch right there, bottom of the zone, 0-1. Outside, 1-1. That ball is in play over to Cole Blevins. He'll be safe at first, and the run will score. We'll take a look at the replay, but he tried to stop before that line, which is if you commit past that line. So first place bobbled, he'll be safe there. And he committed, so he had to go. And he is in there. He beat it by about 3 feet. So a lot going on there. And the first run will score. And I think right there, Jordan Rice double clutch. I think in that situation, you just throw it because, you know, worst case scenario, you got to hit the backstop. But if you can just throw it and hit the backstop, it'll be an out or at least hold the runner. Now Jake Oliver will step right back in, 2-0. So the Enforcers take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. 3-0. That is a 4-pitch walk to Jake Oliver, so a little bit of trouble here for Jordan Rice. We'll see if the decision to put Jordan in here after Peter's dominant first 2 innings will come back to haunt them. Chase Winkler steps in. First pitch swinging, 0-1. That ball is... We're going to have to look at the replay. That looks like it was just foul.
I thought it literally went out of play with Cheddar. It was on like both white lines too.
Foul ball is the call on review. So it was very close there. Yeah. So, and honestly, that's kind of a good thing there for the Stingers as well, because he missed the backstop, would have scored another run.
0-2.
Now an 0-2 for Jordan Rice. That is a nasty break. Oh, yeah, right there swinging. I looked up at the gun, 62. Definitely the swing of the bat there. It's a slow breaker. So 2 outs now. And Josh Gradwell is going to try to give his team a little bit more run enforcement. It's a tough way to start it off, 0-1. 1-1. That ball is popped up, and Jordan Rice will make the play, but the Enforcers get 1. We head to the bottom of the third. Stingers need 1 to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Is that what it is?
Peter McNeil will step in for this Stingers team, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. They've gotten very close in innings 1 and 2. Bases loaded. And they still have Josh Gradwell with with a little more eligibility, so they could go to him. Jake finds himself in that situation again. 1-1 count. Hits him there. That was a stinger right there. Back, right on the back. It's not too often the pelt of a wiffle ball will hurt, but that looked like that one did right there. 2-1. That's an automatic walk for that joke. Fouls out of play, evens the count, 2-2. Got him swinging strike 3, and that is a big strike out there for Jake Oliver. Barrett Carlo will step in. And once again, Jake Oliver, he's started both innings pretty well. Gets to 2 outs, and then the struggles set in. Hopefully he's hoping for a clean inning. Barrett Carlo 0 for 1 in this game with 2 walks and a strikeout. That ball is popped up and out of play for Jake. He was crashing it. Oh and 1. Jordan Rice hyping up Barrett Carlo. Slow pitch right there, misses. 1-1. Two and 1. Nice pitch right there, top of the zone at 57, evens the count. 2-2 for Barrett Carlo. Hits his hand, full count. Second thought it might have hit the bat, but probably would have sounded a little different. That ball is in play to Josh Gradwell, knocks it down, throws over to first. What a play from Josh Gradwell. 2 exceptional plays from Josh to get a crucial second out. And that single was stolen from Josh Gradwell, or from Barrett Carlo via Josh Gradwell. And now Jordan Rice, last hope here for the Southern Stingers, down 1 run here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 outs here in game 3. Enforcers need 1 out to advance to the NLCS. That ball is popped up, and Josh Gradwell will make the play. The Enforcers get it done, 1-0, and they will be headed to the National League Championship Series, awaiting the outcome of who they're going to play. Nighthawks Pilots. That'll do it here for the ALDS. We will be back shortly on a new stream for Nighthawks Pilots. See you then.
Thank you.